warm welcome to Stephen Walsh from Neurala Europe. And Stephen is going to talk about how next generation deep learning is making quality inspection more accessible. Stephen, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Anna. It seems strange a non-technical, overweight English guy is going to talk about the next generation of deep learning products when we've just heard about some really cool technology already. But I think before we do that, what I'd like to do is kind of take a step back and talk.
No?
No, not advancing.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, now it goes.
Take a step back and talk about deep learning relative to traditional rules-based machine vision. Both of these technologies, on the face of it, seem entirely complementary. Yes, there's some areas of overlap where they could both perform the same function, but in reality, these are largely two different technologies that solve a different and complementary set of problems. They've both been around a while. Rules-based machine vision was created in the 1930s, used largely by the US Post Office for letter sorting. Traditional deep learning was created in the 60s in Russia. Both technologies over 50 years old. Can you believe that? 50 years old. So why hasn't deep learning had the same level of adoption as rule-based machine vision? We've already heard some of the reasons from some of my co-panelists today. It's hard, right? You need to be a rocket scientist to build deep learning models. And even if you can build a deep learning model, to deploy that in an industrial context needs significant engineering and application engineering skills. It's tough. It's tough to do. We've already heard about the challenges of data. Most manufacturers that we talk to, when you ask them, do you have data, they say, yeah, I've got massive amounts of data with images of good product. 999 pieces on my line out of 1,000 are good, I have one defect. So getting a representative sample that's big enough of defects is tough. It's tough for manufacturers to come up with that. And you've already heard there was a panel session on Tuesday where it was said that, hey, we can do inference on CPUs now and lightweight compute, but you still need a GPU to train. GPUs are expensive. And for a lot of manufacturers, they're tough to come by at the moment. I think we've all lived the last 18 months, and we know that as manufacturers have had to pull people from the line, pull people from the floor, they've been forced to automate more. And I think that's really driving greater adoption. GPU sales are up. Rules-based machine vision vendors are acquiring deep learning vendors. Industrial smart camera sales are also up. But I don't think this is enough from a next-gen deep learning platform. GPUs are tough to buy. I was talking with one of our partners yesterday. They've been waiting on a shipment of GPUs for 3 to 4 weeks, and it's still, they don't have an ETA. Not to mention, they're overpriced currently. Manufacturers, there are 260,000 manufacturers in the United States alone. All but 3,000 of them are considered small businesses. And they're in rural parts of the United States where cheap labor is plentiful, not to mention the small manufacturers in different parts of the world where labor is relatively inexpensive. So the business case to deploy a deep learning solution is tough. We see from ABI research, the majority of the cameras that are sold and are in the market are not smart. 90 million plus traditional machine vision cameras in the market today, and you still need lots of data to build models. So for us at Neurala, we felt that the next-gen deep learning solution needs to address these issues. So we did it differently. First thing I'd like to say is, the price has to come down. Through a partnership that we have with FLIR, they have a demonstration on their booth, we've been able to produce probably the most cost-effective deep learning smart camera-based solution. It's about 30% of the cost of any other capability on the market today. We also want to make sure that manufacturers can leverage the existing infrastructure that they have. So we don't want to train on GPUs. We want to train on CPUs on an inexpensive industrial PC that's affordable and accessible. And we want to connect to existing cameras that are in the market or in the line today. Again, deep learning is a complement to machine vision for the most part. So if we can leverage those existing inspection points, there's additional value that can be realized by the client. And we want to accept the fact that there's lots of good data and not much bad. And we have to be able to train with that. And finally, manufacturers, they're a conservative bunch. This is their lifeblood, right? They get this wrong, that line stops. That's a problem. They need a quick and easy way to test these solutions and make sure that they work for them, for their problem, before they're going to invest. And so that's what we built. Neurala Via Vision Inspection Automation connects to any Gigi camera, or you can deploy to a smart camera. It runs on a CPU running Windows 10 for training as well as inference. And we output in a format using communication protocols that are readily consumable by a PLC that can be integrated in a fairly straightforward manner. I have a brief video to share with you.
Neurala is helping industrial companies automate visual inspections. We know this process can be slow to implement and expensive. Our visual AI software, VIA, identifies defects and improves product quality. Unlike other vision AI solutions, creation and deployment of an AI model with VIA takes just minutes and requires very little data. With a simple user interface and flexible integration, VIA can be used in a wide variety of manufacturing environments. In this example, we are inspecting medicine vials. To train the AI model, we only need images of normal product to be able to detect anomalies. VIA can then check for any defects, such as missing vials, loose caps, and appropriate fill levels. Our patented technology provides the best performance possible without needing manual adjustments or AI expertise. And our flexible integration options also set VIA apart from the competition, reducing the time and investment required. Contact Neurala today.
So how are we doing? We launched Neurala Via in June of last year. We launched Neurala Europe just earlier this year. We have customers in food and beverage in Europe. We have customers in electronics. We have customers that are doing packaging applications. And we have a network of 35 distributors and integrators that support us on all continents. We've built this in the last 12 months. We're really excited by some of our strategic partner relationships. So integrators are a really valuable resource for us. They bring the expertise for image acquisition. They can get on the line. They can do the automation integration to make the predictions from the model have an impact on the production workflow. One of the values of our strategic partners is they can pre-integrate our technology within their systems, providing a plug-and-play solution for the end user and the customer. So we're proud to be working with companies like Über, packaging machine builder, IHI Logistics and Machinery on logistics use cases in Japan, Zebra Technologies, and as I mentioned previously, Teledyne FLIR with their Firefly DL smart camera. Thank you very much.